You're in this field of surveillance. Does it not concern you? There's no privacy anymore?
Whether you like it or not, it's there.
It's there.
So you have to embrace it because it's a matter of security.
With AI coming in, facial recognition, bank account, birth certificate, title deeds, your whole life in one shot. But they can shut you down in 1 second, freeze your account. Are you okay with this?
We are not the lawmakers. We are just providing a technology.
But can you see the person's bank account just from the
No, from our system, no. But if they connect systems...
If they connect systems, they could. They can see how much your balance is. This is not even concerning. The next thing, know what you are thinking just from the camera. Hello, what's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Traders Brawl Podcast, where we feature entrepreneurs, money gurus, business leaders, and even fitness freaks on the show. I'm Adel, your host, and today's guest is Rohit, a seasoned sales leader, podcast host, and award-winning travel influencer with approximately 100K followers on social media based in Dubai. With over 25 years experience spanning technology, security, and media, he's built a career at the intersection of business and storytelling. He's the host of License to Explore and has traveled to more than 50 countries and 100 cities. From closing deals to capturing the world, Rohit brings a rare mix of both business strategy and wanderlust travel experiences. Rohit, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adel. Thank you for having me here.
It's great that we met. Last time we met was around this year itself at another person's event. And from there, I had Money Monday, and you came to Money Monday, and you've been a speaker as well at my event.
Absolutely. It's amazing how we meet and network at these networking events and where it can take you actually, now that we're here in the studio today together.
Exactly. So I wanted to give you a chance to introduce yourself in your own words so that the audience can know more about you.
Sure. For those who don't know me, my name is Rohit Khubchandani. On Instagram and social media, I'm known as RKBond007. That's my social media moniker. And I create content on travel and lifestyle on my channels. And I'm also a podcast host, like Adel mentioned. I'm the host of the License to Explore podcast, where we explore journeys of well-traveled individuals and we share their travel stories. And in the daytime, I work as the regional sales director for the MENA region for Metropolis, which is one of the top leading AI disruptor companies doing a specific software application for facial recognition and related technologies. So that's in a nutshell my life in a few words.
Done. Love it. Let's get straight into it. So you've been to over 50 countries and 100 cities. What inspired you to be a globetrotter and create content about travel? Because this was a new thing you did.
Okay, absolutely. So let me go back a little. I'm originally from India, from Mumbai. I came to Dubai in 2002. So it's 23 years living in this country. And prior to coming here, I had never been to anywhere else outside India. So I had traveled within India, but not outside India. So my first destination in the global footprint was Dubai. I put my foot in Dubai, and Dubai actually gave me the opportunity to travel the world. So from here, slowly, one by one, I traveled to more than 50 countries. And my work was, in a way, responsible for me to travel. So even in the first company that I worked for, where we were selling plastic card printers and card personalization equipment, I was traveling in my sales role. I was going to all over the Middle East, to Oman, to Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi, all these kind of countries. That's where, the travel started, and there was no looking back. Then I was doing a lot of my own personal trips, and one thing led to the other, and by the time I know, it's more than 50 countries and 100 cities all over the world. And I really enjoyed travel. I embraced it, and I really enjoyed the experience, and I kept creating opportunities for me to travel and see the world. And that's how this whole thing started off, traveling. And so the inspiration is accidental, if you can say that.
I see. And then the podcast side of things, what made you decide to share it with the world?
All right. So I've been thinking about long back about something. I've been doing so much. I had so much learnings. What am I going to do with it? Right. So I wanted to make sure that I leave my legacy behind. And I thought the podcast is a good way of sharing it, because whether I'm here or not, the podcast will remain. People can tune in. This archive of videos will be there on the internet forever. And the learnings I had from travels, I know a lot of people are not able to travel. They don't have the means. They don't have the resources. Right. So I want to make sure that people have a means to actually access this information and learn from these travels. So that's kind of the theory behind it, or the concept behind it, or the mindset behind it, to leave a big video archive of these journeys so that people can learn and adapt from it. That's kind of the real idea.
And now, speaking that you're in Dubai, out of all the countries that you could have settled, why did you choose here?
See, I was originally from India, like I mentioned. And why I chose Dubai when I was in India, it was my family members. One of my brother-in-laws was here. And he was that time working for Slumberjare in Abu Dhabi. And he invited me here. He said, come and explore. So I didn't come here with the mindset of staying back. I just came here with the mindset of exploration. Right. So I came to Dubai to explore Dubai, what it is. And back in 2002 and 2003, around that time, Dubai was not what you see today, and opportunities were different, and the landscape was different. Yes. And slowly I started enjoying the place. I saw the opportunities here, and I decided, yes, this could be a good place to build a career. So I decided to move here and spend time here to sort of build a career back then, 20 years ago.
Interesting. Okay, makes sense. Like similar to like most people, a connection was there first, and then you decide to follow. It's just more convenient. Makes sense. And then you just never look back afterwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And now getting into the online social media world must be, it's an interesting thing because it's almost like a full-time job in itself. Creating content, having to gather it, post, deciding which part of the podcast to take, and then posting it online. But in the travel space, travel looks so glamorous online.
Yes.
Would you say there's a part of that people never see behind the scenes? Is there something that people always hide? Do you hide something?
See, look, travel is all about the emotion, the experience, the different kind of nuances you have when you travel. There can be mishaps, there can be anything when you travel. So travel is not necessarily glamorous all the time. What you see on social media is glamorous because they don't show you the part which is not the non-glamorous part, right? They don't show you that you missed a flight or you lost your passport, those kind of things. But I do discuss this with my guests on my show. There's a particular segment where I want them to share about their mishaps because there's a learning from there. Like one of my guests, she mentioned that, she was in a hurry to go to the airport. And by mistake, she took her brother's passport and went to the airport.
Oh, no.
And she realized it only at the airport.
Oh, my goodness.
And that she has her brother's passport when she's checking in. And then it was a disaster because she had to get someone to rush with the passport. So these kind of things do happen, right?
Did she travel in the end or no?
No, she did. She managed because luckily she went early to the airport. It wasn't last minute. She had enough number of hours to, maneuver the situation. But travel is not always glamorous. And when I travel for work, I've been to places like Sudan, Yemen, back in the days, right? So it's not about seeing the sights, but it's more about exploring that part of the world and the emotions and the sentiments and the connections and everything else that happens around it, right? So this is what I feel, right? Because social media is popular over the last few years, but back in the days when I was traveling initially, like in 2003, 2004, there was no social media. There was no means to share your stories on any media, for example, right? So I'm coming from there. So because I'm coming from there, you can say it's a bit old school, or it's like many years ago when the travel was more traditional, things were different and the evolution happened and things have evolved now and things have changed drastically.
Right. Now, taking a look into the monetization of social media, I'm aware that Instagram doesn't actually pay, even though you have followers, even though you have likes or reshares or reposts. It really is just like a platform that's great for engagement and good for advertising. So do you see this as a long-term thing? And were you always okay with the fact that Instagram was never going to pay you?
Yeah, so actually when I started my content creation journey, I never started with Instagram on my mind. I started with YouTube on my mind.
Okay.
So my first platform where I started creating content was YouTube. Okay. But the journey goes slightly behind many years ago. Like I created my YouTube channel more than 12 years ago. But that time the purpose was not to create content. So I had gone to South Africa to Kruger National Park. We had a trip and with my colleagues. And I wanted to share some videos which we had recorded during that time. So at that time, there was no cloud storage platform or anywhere where you can share videos like that. So we created a YouTube account. I created a YouTube account just to share those videos with my colleagues. Okay. That's where this started.
Right.
Then fast forward in 2020, I was watching a lot of creators, especially travel creators. I was watching Lostly Blank. I was watching some local creators over here. I was watching more vlogs and a lot of other creators. And I got this feeling like, oh, look what they're doing. Like he's sharing his daily life. He's doing vlogs. He's talking about travel, he's talking about Thailand, he's talking about Malaysia, he's talking about his journeys there, he's giving tips, where to say, what to do. So that kind of gave me that spark that, okay, this is something I can try as well. So I started in 2021 with some experimental videos during COVID time, because because of my corporate schedule, it's very busy, it's very packed. You don't have the time.
No.
Monday to Friday, you're grinding it, and you have a big schedule, and your meetings, follow-ups, travels, right? So you don't have the time to create content. You don't have the mind to do that, right?
No.
So in 2021, when things were a bit slower, I started experimenting by creating some motivational videos with some voiceover, by using some, stock footage and things like that. So I started with that, and it got some reaction. Then I started building a lot of content on YouTube. And then at some point, I realized YouTube is a very difficult journey, because that time there was no short form video. It's long form content. And you have to put hours and hours. And especially if you're doing everything yourself, you're ideating, you're creating, you're recording, you're editing. You don't have any help.
Did you edit, by the way?
Everything. Full 360 cycle.
Yeah.
The complete production cycle. I was doing everything on my own, using, of course, Adobe Premiere and Photoshop and whatever tools were available. Now you have like a lot of workflow automation tools, and things are easier. But back then in 2021, it was still not there. The game was still not there. I started building that for a long time. And then I started attending a lot of creator events. I started by attending VidCon, which happened in Abu Dhabi, which was one of the first big creator event which happened here, where TikTok was there, YouTube was there, all these guys were there. And then slowly I started moving to the short form content, where I started creating videos on TikTok, and then the trend started changing. The trend started moving towards short form content. YouTube started releasing shorts, and Instagram had reels. So that's when I moved to Instagram. So throughout, I knew that monetization was never the goal here, because with creating this content, monetization can happen maybe indirectly, not directly. Like if the platforms don't pay you, like YouTube does pay you, but they don't pay you that great.
Even that great, it doesn't.
Right. But platforms like Instagram and TikTok, they don't pay you much, or they pay you very little in certain programs, in certain special categories, right? But the connections that come up from it, you can monetize that for sure. Like the people who watch that video, see, right now I'm not selling a product, or I'm not like at the end of my video I'm saying, okay, buy my course or buy my digital product, because that's what a lot of creators do.
Yep.
They have something to offer at the end.
Yes.
Right now, what I'm not offering anything. It's just education. It's just knowledge. It's just information. It's infotainment, right? But I do have a plan how to monetize and how to make revenue from the kind of content I'm churning. But it's not through the platforms, obviously. It's through other means of monetization, other channels of monetization.
And what are those channels?
So the channels are, of course, sponsorships, brand deals. And with the podcast now, I'm also thinking about various other avenues of monetizing, right? And obviously, eventually, the goal would be to launch some tangible products around the kind of content I create, travel-related products, things like that. That's kind of the vision. It's the roadmap in terms of monetizing. And see, that's why I also changed my content format to going more towards a podcast style this year. Because before this year, I was making travel vlogs and videos like everybody else is making. When you go to a restaurant, reviews, or I ate this biryani, or I had this noodles, or whatever, that kind of content. And I went to this place and that place. That was prior to 2025. But 2025, start of 2025, I changed my complete content plan. And I started with Fakecast and Solocast, and then I slowly moved towards the podcast. The podcast is launched. And also what I found very unique about the podcast is that with the podcast, like the guests who come on the show and the connection you build with them, this can actually lead to a different kind of monetization. Because of that connection that you make with them, they will have some proposal, some offer for you. Okay, why don't you work with me on this? Why don't you work with me on that? It's all based on the relationship you develop. Even in that 1 hour of podcast, like in the few sessions you meet them,
yes,
there is something which can happen, which is very magical and unexplainable.
I'm glad we addressed the monetization thing. And I think we can both agree Instagram should pay creators.
Of course.
But they're not going to. Now, let's move on to the digital revolution of AI, which is inevitable. And you're in this field as well.
Sure.
AI is already everywhere. And I'm already threatened as a creator, as a content creator, because you can just drop in a prompt, use my image, voice, everything can be matched. So does that threaten you as a content creator? Do you see yourself also like giving up on this?
No, not at all. Not at all. Actually, I embrace it in the other way. I use AI a lot. Originally, I started using AI for better workflow, for scripting, for getting viral hooks and ideas, for titles, for...
But I'm talking about from the content creation side.
Yeah,
like
I'm coming to that.
Yeah, okay,
I'm coming to that. So with the topic you're addressing, I'm actually already using it. I'm already.
You're already using it? Oh
I'm
my God.
using cloning as part of my content
So
strategy.
hold on. The whole time I've been seeing your videos. That's not you?
No, it's me. So you can say in my content currently, like in the entire, let's say Instagram, for example, or TikTok, for example,
Yeah.
I probably have only 5 or 6 videos where I've used cloning.
Oh my God.
But the remaining 200, 300 videos are all me, right?
Okay. Okay.
The small percentage of what I'm using, I'm exploring, I'm experimenting with it, right? I posted one video a couple of days back, which is using a cloning platform, and that's already got 300K views in just 3 days,
Uh-huh.
right? So you cannot believe you can, if you really pay attention, you will feel, no, this is not him, there's something off. The voice is a little off or the expression a little off. You can see that. But still it works. In the end, you have to embrace AI. You can't get scared of it or afraid of it.
Wow.
So yeah.
But that also means that somebody else can do the same about you and make you say certain things.
I don't think that's legally allowable, because if someone does that, they can land into trouble. You can complain and we can
But if you
raise
don't
an
know,
issue around it. Yeah.
But say if you don't know who that person is, they put an unknown name, unknown handle. How can you contact them? How can you stop them?
Yeah, I agree. That's where the concept of deep fakes comes in, right?
Exactly.
There was this big debate around deep fakes that anybody's celebrity clone can be made, and you never said this, but it can appear in media, and that's a concern, yes, for sure. But so far, I have not reached that point where somebody is deep faking me, but you never know.
Do we have a solution to this deep fake concern?
I really don't know what the solution at this point is, but I'm sure there will be ways to mitigate it, because obviously it's a concern. Like
it's a concern. I share this concern. I don't want somebody who finds me and who doesn't like me to create a video about me fucking a pig.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
No worries. I know it can happen. It's possible. Yeah. Because with the technology that's out there today and with the advent of AI, it is totally doable. It's something which can be done, and it's not impossible.
Yeah.
But I think the legal framework is very important behind this, because right now, Instagram, for example, has this option where you have to mention that if this was AI generated.
Yes.
Right? So you can say, yes, this is
AI.
You
can, but it's optional.
It's optional, yeah. But I think slowly things will get more sophisticated, where people will start having AI platforms to identify if this is real or AI. Okay, like for example, I don't know if you heard of this or not, but it's out there in the news. And I have to verify the sources yet, but it's happening. There's works on it, that the UAE government is actually investing in AI to monitor content.
Oh God.
This is true, by the way.
Another surveillance.
Yeah, it's another form of surveillance, but it's actually to protect, because people can go and say anything, and how do you moderate it? There has to be some kind of moderation. There has to be some kind of filtering.
Yeah, I know, right? But let's say it's a political one.
Yeah.
It's about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
And then what if they don't want you to say, oh, support Palestine, support Israel? Then what you say gets taken down.
Yeah.
You're standing up for human rights.
Right.
You see? Where's that balance? And that's the question.
That's a very hard question to answer, and there's no real balance here, because certain things are just not in the radar, and certain things are outside the radar. So you got to kind of live with it, or deal with it, or
just don't do it.
Or just don't do it.
Just don't be on. Because look, this could seeing a video of you online could be traumatic. Can be a trauma for you. For many content creators, it could even lead to them saying, "I'm done with content." Because even if I post an apology, even if I post this and that, what's to stop the next person from doing this, get 300K views? Because
people are doing it already. I know a lot of creators who are actually using clones.
Exactly.
But they know they are using the clone. It's not someone else doing it.
But I know also about a story of somebody else in China, China-based, doing cloning a European TikTok creator to make sales of selling this product, of selling that product, Chinese products. Yeah. But it's a white face. And it's really working. It's really helping. She found out later, like, this is not me. I cannot. How do I shut this down? I can't shut it down. I'm here. It's there. It's internet. I can't just go there and hack it. You know what I mean? That can kill a person's desire to continue doing content.
Yeah, you're right about that. I am in sync with you on that. But what I've seen also is apart from cloning, there's also avatars. Avatars are AI characters which really don't exist. It's a person, a human being, a male, female, whatever, generated by AI, but that person really doesn't exist. Maybe it can be a coincidence that someone like that might exist somewhere. You never know, because it's trained on models and things like that. Right? And that's being used, for example, in the ad world today, right? So the AI aspect of the ad industry is very, very dynamic and very, very drastic. Like nowadays, you can just say, okay, give a prompt all right, make me a Coca-Cola ad of Cristiano Ronaldo and just give a picture of him and a bottle of Coke, and it will actually generate an ad. So technology is there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it's already there. You can already do this, by the way. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I know. It almost kills the beauty of creating the content, crafting it, drafting everything. Right now, we're still drafting it using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay, but from going from this to the whole thing is done, 360, like you mentioned, is already done for you. It's almost like everybody's AI will be competing with everybody's AI. Your AI, my AI, his AI, her AI. We all have to see which AI outcompetes or outsmarts the next AI.
Right.
It won't even be human to human. It'll be AI to AI.
Absolutely. So look, the ChatGPT is something that everybody knows, but there are a lot of platforms people don't know. There are too many AI platforms existing today, which can do a lot more, which can do different things, which can handle different nuances. There's cloud, there's Perplexity for research work, which actually gives you the sources. And there's a lot of cloning platforms out there as well. So there's an abundance of AI tools today. It's just that you need to know which tools to use and how to use them. And in fact, every application today is adopting AI because using the APIs of ChatGPT and others, whether you were using your email or your word processing software, AI is built in now in it. Right? So in Microsoft Word, you can actually use AI already. Or in your Outlook client, you can use AI already. Or in your Apple Mail client, you can use AI already. Google is going very fast with Gemini. And you saw what Nano Banana can do, and it was all over the place. It was trending with all the memes and everything, and the kind of content it's creating. So there's a lot of AI tools out there, which can do a lot of things. And unless and until you don't keep up with it, you'll be left behind. And so you have to keep pace.
Either that, or maybe the other perspective is being left behind or choosing a different path may be the right choice in some circumstances. And why I say this is that let me take a step back. Do you remember the days when verified was only when you had a certain when you were actually verified online?
Yeah, true. You had to prove, you had to give media credentials, newspaper articles, and they will back check everything. But today you pay for it. It's like
today
for anybody.
You pay for it.
Yeah,
anybody can pay to get verified. Yeah. And so that means everybody can be verified. So it loses its value.
But that's kind of sad because even a real person can be verified then. A person who's not real can be verified then by just paying money.
Exactly.
Or a wrong person, like person who is a fraud or a scam artist.
True.
He can have a verified profile.
True.
Well, he shouldn't be verified because he's trying to scam people or doing some fraud,
Well said. And even after you do the verification process, it's already verified now. There are no checks to continue check that you're verified. That means you have that verified for life as long as you keep paying.
Keep paying it, yeah.
Then you can change the face or sell it or whatever, and then now you can use that account to scam people.
Right? True. That's scary. So
the point I'm alluding to that is when you have something that becomes everybody has access to that something, it's called inflation. Same with money. And it loses its value. Now, when everybody has an AI going on for them, it's also an inflation. You can automate it while you're sleeping, while you're taking a shower. It'll just automate. Then we'll find ourselves in a world scrolling from AI to AI to AI. Even the comment section will probably be AI.
It is already. I mean, like a lot of creators, they use AI tools to just keep uploading comments and likes and engagement. Comments. Right, but I don't think that's a good strategy, being a creator with some ethics. As creators, we need to take the ownership, we need to take this. Ultimately, it's all in your hands. It's up to you what content strategy you will use. Okay, it's good to use AI for improving your workflow, for cutting down your man hours, like helping you with scripting or writing titles and all that. But using AI to generate fake comments or fake engagement, I think that's not going to get you anywhere. There is no end result. There's no end goal to that. Okay, maybe it'll make you look good, but what is your purpose? Why are you really doing that? Because if the engagement is fake, the whole concept of authenticity is lost. There's no fun in doing it then.
Well said.
Then you will not even be able to distinguish between a real comment, a real feedback, and AI-based one.
Same with the content you're seeing. You won't be able to distinguish if it's real or a clone.
Right, it's true. But see, cloning has two aspects to it, the positive and the negative, right? Like every coin has two sides, right?
Yeah.
So the good side and the bad side.
Yeah.
So when you do cloning, if you do it in the right way or you use the right nuances. So like today you want to talk about a topic. But of course you're reviewing everything. You're creating that reel or that short video, that 20-second video using a clone. But the messaging is in your control. What is the messaging that you want to give? It's not that it's giving any random stuff, right? So you train the AI, okay, I want to talk today about a golden visa. Okay, these are the benefits of golden visa. Now create a video for me. It creates a video with your clone and with the B-rolls and everything.
Everything.
And that's fine because maybe you don't have the time, you're busy, you want to manage your workflow, you don't have access to a studio to record it. Okay, it's fine. So it depends on how you use the cloning.
Yeah.
And what is the messaging behind the cloning? What's the message you're trying to do? And the human element will always be there. You cannot get rid of the human element.
I feel authenticity will be gone eventually in the future, long-term wise. The whole idea of what's authentic, what's not, will be almost like we don't need to care about authenticity anymore. We just need to care about the information that's being given so that there's educational value, there is informative value. You learn something new today because you watch this video. And the question, is it authentic, will not even be in the new vocabulary of the next generation. The generation will be like, cool video, nice, I can do that. Or good information, that's good information, I'll follow you because of information value. Not follow you because of authenticity. Or, yeah, it won't be that anymore.
You're right. I think it's changing. But I feel that authenticity is still important. And
Yes.
we'll have to see how things will prevail because the content generation curve is changing drastically every second. New tools are coming up, new ways of doing things are coming up.
Yes.
So it depends on how you embrace it.
And I will share this from my own personal view that even last year, before the whole AI, 2 years ago even, when I've had clones of my account. Clones.
Really?
Yes, even though this was before I was verified. So good thing I got verified. But I would get people cloning my account because I was creating value. I was doing content. So what happened was people were creating a whole clone. The whole grid was exactly same, identical. Just the followers was different. Then they would DM people, direct message other people.
That's a scam, yeah.
That's a scam.
They're
So I had to
piggybacking on
put
your
in my
success.
bio. I had to put in my bio. This is my only account. And I put the spelling as well, and you have to click it. So you know if you put the at symbol in Instagram, and you hit the button, it takes you to the link. This is my only account, at my username. Hit the link, that means you see it. If you hit another link, that's not me.
Yeah,
If there's an extra L, if there's an extra letter, that's what they would do to clone the account. Just to put an extra letter only, and done. It's a new account. You see? So luckily now I'm verified, everything is fine. However, I'm just saying these things can happen, the clones, and they can spiral out of anywhere.
Agreed. It's a bit of a threat situation.
Exactly. I see myself in the future, actually, when this whole authenticity is fully dead, and there's no way to address or identify if this is real or fake. When it's fully my account, I will make it private, and it will be a club. So if people follow my account, they are inside this club because I accepted them. They are welcome to follow me. It's going to be private because how can you identify real and fake anymore? It's the only way. This is my private account. I might even have to DM each person saying, thank you, this is me, I'll send a voice note. And even that is also still questionable. Is that a real voice note?
Is that really
or is it a
Adel,
fake? Is it an automated voice note or is it a real one? You see what I mean? There's no way. Everything that touches the internet, and this is the next step. If I truly want to leave this all behind, then I will just stop. I will just do things in real life, IRL.
Amazing. It's it's something to now think about and take a step back and kind of dwell into the topic and really analyze how things are going to move and what you should do and what you should not do.
Exactly. I want to get into your day job.
Sure.
Because we know now you're a travel influencer. We know you create content. We can see that on your Instagram. How do you, now I want to know, what is it that you do exactly as the Regional Sales Director for Metropolis Technologies?
Okay, great. So I am the Regional Sales Director for Metropolis for the MENA region. So MENA region is my responsibility. So my role is to develop the region in terms of increase the company's footprint in the region, onboard new customers. Obviously, it's a sales-driven role, so we have the numbers and the targets. We need to meet those numbers. But what Metropolis does is, Metropolis is actually one of the few companies which is rated in as the top 50 AI disruptors in the CNBC list on number 13 position. So along with companies like Anthropic, OpenAI, Stripe, and all that, right? So we build real-world applications using AI.
Yeah.
Okay. So and these are mostly B2B applications, but there are there's a B2C side also of Metropolis, which is primarily in the United States. So United States, we have a smart parking solution. We operate more than 4,000 locations across the United States where we manage the entire parking workflow. So from the time you bring the vehicle inside, look, this is in malls and corporate buildings and offices and all kinds of locations. So from the time you bring the vehicle inside the premises, so it's all AI driven. The barriers will open automatically. You park your car. You don't need to go out and pay in a machine. Everything is handled on your smartphone. You get minuting and billing, all that. And a part of Metropolis is identity of human beings or persons of interest.
Wow.
Right. So this technology, it's a computer vision based technology, uses neural networks. And what we do is that we can identify or either recognize people using facial recognition, face and body and behavior recognition.
Okay.
So the concept is very simple. It's a camera agnostic solution. So we take the feed from the CCTV camera, we analyze this feed, and then we're able to pinpoint persons of interest. So we can say this is Adel, this is Rohit, this is Julia, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so on that field of view of the camera, right? And then we have something called watch list alerting. So you have a watch list, and the watch list can be negative, positive, right? Because we work in different verticals. So our solutions are sold in airports, in metros, in government agencies, in casinos, in stadiums, all kinds of different verticals, oil and gas, big universities, campuses. So use case is different for different people, right? So for example, in an airport, you're trying to identify people who are in no-fly zone. So the camera is already there. The camera is already looking at people, but the algorithm that we developed and the neural networks that we created in combination will look for these people and will actually give an alert to the operator.
Okay.
So the operator will know that, okay, now Adil is in concourse A near duty free in this particular area. And if we choose to move his location, we also follow and track. So we can track across cameras that Adil moved from concourse A duty free to, let's say, a restaurant or somewhere. So we can follow the entire journey at the airport and give the alerts. And then, of course, every customer will have their own SOPs around that, right?
Right.
So my job is, of course, to educate the customer, showcase the solution. We do proof of concepts because seeing is believing, right? Because when you talk about this, you might think that it might work, it might not work. What is the authenticity or the reliability? So we need to prove the reliability of the solution. So often we do a lot of proof of concepts. So we kind of simulate the environment. We show them how the technology works. So as the RSM, of course, I have a team under me that works from all over the world. It's a global company. We operate in more than 37 countries, right? Around 25,000 employees across the world right now. And we go and educate customers and we try to solve their problems, primarily in the security and safety space, using video surveillance and how to identify persons of interest with keeping all the laws in mind, with all the privacy laws and everything around it. So that's kind of in a nutshell. So I'm handling customers here in UAE, also in Oman, in MENA region, Morocco.
So given what you just said about the whole surveillance, that you're in this field of surveillance, does it not concern you that there's no privacy anymore?
So there are privacy laws. So you cannot just perform a facial recognition type of solution without abiding to it.
Okay.
Right. So there is consent. Now, it depends on which authority is actually requesting this.
Sure, but if it's if it's the government, then
the government has the right
immune
to do it. You can't, contest that.
No.
Look, I mean, whether you like it or not, it's there.
It's there.
So you have to embrace it because it's a matter of security.
Yeah.
You're trying to address a threat, a concern. It's for your own good, right? As human beings, as individuals or citizens of a particular country, we need to respect what the country is doing for us.
Yes.
And it's doing
but it also
only to protect us, right? Because you've heard of so many cases in UAE where people violate the visa laws, people are overstaying, some people might do it accidentally and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So the government has the right to know where these people are, what these people are doing, because they don't want to allow people to do things that they're not supposed to do or they're not meant to do. Of course, we are not the lawmakers. We are just providing a technology to facilitate the lawmakers to perform more effectively.
You're the middleman. Yes.
Yeah, you could say that, or we are just an enabler. We are just somebody who facilitates them to use AI to be able to solve their problems or to solve real world challenges, if I may say so.
Right. See, the concern I share here is that, sure, that you're here there's a purpose behind this, to make sure the people that are coming into the country are vetted. Okay, so you're not a criminal and you're not here to do bad things in our country. Sure, but here's where it gets concerning, where this is the direction we're heading. With AI coming in, not only will they be able to check you and everything like that, but they can shut you down in 1 second like that. They can shut you, like your bank account frozen. Just from a camera, they can hit one button. Probably this is something they can already do. Just freeze your account. Oh, but what if it's a mistake? What if I look like him, but I'm not him? You know, what if it's a mistake? You freeze my account, I'm stuck, and that's it. And there's no consequence.
Let me address this concern for you. So the technology is very sophisticated and advanced. Okay?
Yeah.
So the algorithm that we developed back in 2018 looks at more than 600 parameters on the face.
Okay.
So it converts your image into a vector. So it's not looking at the accuracy rate is almost 99 plus percentage.
Yeah. Okay.
So the chances of
so the chances of
mistaken identity.
Let's say
I'm not eliminating it. Okay.
Okay.
Because there could be a situation where it is possible, right?
Right.
But it's not that as soon as they identify Adel, they're going to take an action. There is of course manual verification. Yeah. There's a video look like if I in the database if we say this is Adel, we store a video. Yeah. Okay. So you can actually visually verify, okay, they can run the video and see, okay, is this really Adel?
Yeah.
System is saying it's Adel, but maybe it's not Adel, it's a mistake. It's possible. We are not ruling out that possibility, right?
True.
But
can you see
these things are already addressed.
But can you see the person's bank account just from the surveillance?
From our system, no. But if they connect systems...
If they connect systems, they could. They can see how much your balance is.
They could link you with whatever your... like every country has its own policy.
I know, but imagine a surveillance camera looking at you and they see your balance. Are you okay with this?
No, well, it doesn't really work like that. There's a lot of approvals and lots of process in between.
Remember, if you're government, you're immune. A government could technically say, yeah, I want to see your bank account. Oh, how much you're worth? You're coming into my country.
So look, honestly, I don't know the real laws behind it and how that works to comment on that. Yeah. But I'm saying that...
But it's not. You're not ruling it out. Yeah. It's not impossible to implement.
Well, it could be done if keeping all the laws and legislations in mind. Mm-hmm. So you could potentially do it, but I don't think it's done that way.
I'm just saying. Let's just map up all the possibilities. They see you, facial recognition identified, bank account, birth certificate, kids owned, houses owned, title deeds, everything, your whole life in one shot. Now imagine next thing. This is not even concerning. The next thing concerning is imagine they can hear your thoughts or tap into your brain and know what you are thinking just from the camera. Are you ruling this out?
Well,
it's possible in the future.
You cannot rule out any possibilities. The way technology is going, anything can be done, but reading your mind requires a lot of sophisticated technology.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the tech is there yet.
But
probably it would be there in 20 years down the road. Who knows?
Because
it's too early for our days.
All I'm seeing, the trend I'm seeing is more surveillance. How can we be more controlling for the people?
See, look, even today with any national ID or Emirates ID, when they hook up your Emirates ID, they already know all information.
Everything.
Yeah.
You're naked.
So it's not whether facial recognition is there or not there. They can still see it. They can still do it. Yeah. So with facial recognition, they can actually verify if they're not making a mistake or it's the same person that we're trying to look for, because maybe there's some different person that they're looking for and the system shows up a different person. These kind of possibilities are there. Yeah. It's only a tool to enable them. It's not the decision maker, or it's not the cycle or the system or the engine running behind it. So that can be anything that they want it to be, right? So
there are corrupt governments that do exist as well. They don't show they don't show the corrupt side of corruption that takes place. But corrupt governments could use this technology. It falls in the wrong hands. Know your bank account, know your whole life story, and then also maybe know your thoughts, and then they take action accordingly.
For the thoughts, I think we are too...
Maybe not yet, yeah. The thoughts, not yet.
Not yet.
But you're not ruling the possibility of using AI, advanced AI to
kind of know your thoughts. They will probably have to insert a chip somewhere in you, and you need to allow it, and it's not something which is too easily
even
doable.
Know your heart rate, the rate of it's beating, the pace at which it's beating. Everything,
with your smartwatch, they can. Like if you're wearing an Apple Watch, they know they can actually tap into it and get your heartbeat.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, if they want, they could do that. That's possible. But reading the thoughts is still a little bit far.
Still not yet. Okay, yes. Yeah. I'm just saying this is the direction we're heading. It's very dystopian.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be. Okay, just wanted to make sure we're on the same page there.
Sure.
Okay, wow. Well, we're coming to a close, but it's been really good to get that insight, both from your business side of things, your content side of things, your travel. My next question I want to know from your side is, look, you've seen the world, you've traveled to many countries. You built a brand that merges travel, business, inspiration. What does success look like to you? When will you stop?
I don't think there's any stopping.
There's no stopping.
I'm only, I would say, not even halfway through. Whatever I've achieved, I want to achieve more than that. Double, triple, 5x, 10x.
Yeah.
All right. Till the time I can keep going, I want to keep going.
But
right?
do you
Because
see yourself still
now
doing this
age
job?
on my side, energy on my side, right? Maybe 5 years down the road, 8 years down the road, I might not be as energetic as I am today.
Right.
And things will be different.
Different.
So my purpose, my mission here today is to build a legacy which I can leave behind, so that even when I'm not there, the content that I've created, the information that I'm sharing will benefit everybody.
Okay.
So the idea is about giving back to society. I don't want to keep things that I learned with me. I want to give it back.
Okay.
Like, when I went to Thailand, I faced some challenge. I want to talk about it.
Yes, please.
When I was in Dubai, I got my golden visa. How did I get it? I want to share that knowledge, right? And because that knowledge will help maybe one guy, that one guy will help 10 guys, 10 guy will help 100 guys. So it's a chain. It's a chain you're trying to build success. So success for me is when, people will actually realize the value of this information and they can use it and implement it, right? It's not about financial success, or it's the freedom, of course, which is very important. It's the freedom, like you and I, we both are podcasters. We speak our heart and mind out. We try to talk about things, right? So the legacy I leave behind is what will really determine whether I was successful in this mission or not.
And what about Metropolis Technologies? Do you see a future with this still continuing?
Absolutely. Metropolis Technology is poised for growth. We have a lot of expansion plans. We are adding a lot of resources and stepping up the operations in the MENA region.
Do you ever see yourself stepping down?
No, I don't see that. Because I take my role very seriously and I spend a lot of time in that role, and that's why I use AI a lot to kind of help me manage my bandwidth, if I may say that, because otherwise I cannot manage two roles like this. No. It's challenging because both roles are demanding. Metropolis is a demanding role, and a role that requires, it's not a 10 to 5 or a 9 to 5, because we have customers in all markets. We have offices in US, so we need to be up on calls at odd hours, and I embrace the role because it's a challenging role, interesting role. It's a great tech. It's
and is it based on commission, where you secure a commission then you get paid, or is it also?
No, I'm on a full-time
salary, everything.
Full-time job. Yeah, that's my day job, and
but it does. So you're not tied to the sales of the SaaS.
Look, I do have a commission, if I may say so.
Okay.
I do get paid on the revenue I generate.
Right.
But that's just one part of it. But they do take good care of me, so I'm very happy with what I'm doing with them and for them, and I want to continue this role and continue my journey as a podcaster and creator as well on the side. It's a passion project, the travel and the podcast.
Love it. All right, amazing. Well, we'll end it there. We'll wrap it there.
Thank you so much.
I want to say thank you for your time, Rohit. It's been really good to get that balance, work, travel, content. It's very stressful, but it's good to get that insight, and also more importantly, the direction of surveillance that we are heading into. I think that for me was the biggest takeaway for this. So thank you.
Nice talking to you, Adel, and thank you for having me on the show.
My pleasure.
All right.
All right, guys, that is a wrap. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you found this insightful. We'll leave all the links in the description so you can check out Rohit's profile. Thank you again. I'm Adel, the host, and I will see you next time. Cheers.